Okay, let's talk another real deal. And guess who got drawn second here? All right, the next real deal we're going to talk about right here is with not Kara, Jonathan Broyles. Kara's not here, but with Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, you got the bad one today. I'm sorry.
So you are out in Kentucky, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long we been working together?
Since 2021, so about 3 years now.
Okay, another amazing mastermind member. All right, so um, let me get my page turned over here because I want to take notes, Jonathan. All right, Jonathan, tell us about your deal.
Look who joined me.
Hey, Kara, we got the good looking one. Okay.
All right,
Hey, Kara,
so
how are you doing today?
Good. Just,
Awesome. Thank you for joining us today.
thank you.
All
We got
right.
all kinds of class Christmas parties, so I was helping with that and just got back. So,
Okay. Now, here's how we're going to do this. Everybody just heard how we broke that deal down. So I'm going to let Jonathan, Kara go through the deal. And then I need for you all to ask some questions and clarifications, and let's get the takeaways on this. So, all right, let's hear about it, y'all.
okay, so I thought I would share about our most recent purchase and our newest private lender as well, because they're tied together on this particular deal. So on this property, 143 Royalty Drive, the after repair value is 550,000.
Woo! You got you a big one.
It's a big one. It's a nice house. Has the potential to be a nice house.
And that's the R of after repaired value of
That's
five.
the ARV. We estimate $100,000 rehab, and that includes our addition for Murphy.
Yep.
We
Oh, you might
purchased
want to
the
tell
house.
everybody. You might want to tell everybody what is Murphy,
So
or who, or
Murphy,
who is Murphy.
uh, Murphy is really the unexpected that is bound to come up during a rehab, which it truly does come up in every single rehab. So we figure out our rehab costs and then we add an additional 10, 15, 20,000 depending on the value of the home or how much potential Murphy unknowns that are in the property that might add to the total rehab cost.
There you go. All right, go ahead.
All right, so the purchase price is 310,000. We purchased this one from a wholesaler is where we got the lead. They had it listed for 367,000. And we offered 310 because that was the max that we could offer with our Mayo formula and the maximum loan to value based on the rehab that we had already calculated by walking the property.
That's a big takeaway right there. Don't miss that lesson, everybody. You might have thought, oh, no need in making the offer of 310. Wholesalers asking 367. There's no need in making that offer, right? Spreads too far. But Jonathan and Kara, what do we say all the time? If you want the deal, make the offer, right?
Yeah.
that's right.
Yep.
Awesome.
And they didn't like the offer at first. They came back and said there's no way they could go that low. And they talked to their management and said the best they could do is 330. And I said I can't do 330. And so he came back to me the very next day and said we can take your offer. So they came all the way down to where we needed them to be.
Big lesson right there. Go ahead.
So this property, we are anticipating it taking 6 months. We've just started in the past 2 weeks. It's really quite a major rehab, a lot of cosmetic repair. The owner of this house tore it up in 3.5 years. He moved in with 80 Siberian Husky dogs and absolutely cosmetically destroyed this house. So it's going to require a lot of that kind of work to rehab it, but 6 months. And all in all, after our rehab, after our private lender interest, the private lender loan, the realtor fees, carrying costs, after all of that for us, I calculate that this deal should net profit us about 70,000.
Okay. Can you give us more details or line items of those dollar figures?
Sure. So in terms of interest, oh, actually I'm glad you asked that because with our private lender on this particular property, it's our newest private lender. He had pledged $250,000 to us, and we were looking for a property to put his money to work. Well, the first one that came up for us was an LTV of 410,000. So when we brought this deal to him, rather than saying he had 250,000, he said he wanted to fund the whole deal. So we immediately, just from one conversation, increased our private lending funds from 250 to 410 with this one lender.
So there's another big lesson. Quote unquote, private lenders always have more than they tell you,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
So we're paying him 8% interest on this. So with his $410,000 loan for the purchase price and the rehab, after 6 months, that comes to a little over 16,000.
16,000 in
16,400.
private lender interest.
Yep. We pay our realtor 5.5%. So at a sell price of 550,000, our realtor fees come to just over 30,000.
You mind paying your realtor $30,000 in commissions to do a deal?
Not when I'm making 74,000. No.
Yeah. Why don't you just list it on forsalebyowner.com?
She does everything for us. She helps us on the front end as well. So she does a lot of legwork for us on the purchasing side of properties that she's not getting paid on. So we are loyal to her to make sure that we list our properties for that reason, and she helps us sell them at top dollar and very quickly.
So
We like
well,
paying her, don't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
It makes us
well,
so happy
so
to
for
do
for
that.
everyone that's listening right now, regardless of where you are listening, do not try to sell a rehabbed house completely rehabbed and beautiful on your own without your realtor. And don't try to take pictures yourself, for goodness sakes, and try to save that money, right? So, yes, all of us, I mean, we are super glad to pay our realtors, right? Go ahead, Jonathan and Kara.
Yeah, so I think that's basically all I was going to say. I even added in here, since it's such a high dollar house at the $550,000 ARV, I even included a little bit more cushion in here. Just thinking about being able to go a little bit higher on that LTV to begin with over the 75%. So if we have to draw a little bit more on the rehab, I included a cushion in here for us as well.
Yeah. Any takeaways or lessons from this deal that you want to share, Jonathan or Kara?
I mean, the biggest one for me, two of them for me, is one with the private lender. As you've already said, they've always got more. So just by presenting an opportunity to our private lender, it increased our private lender funds by 160,000 just, in the blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
So just giving the opportunity is key. And then also just sticking to your numbers, because this is a house that it would be easy to be emotional about when you see the before photos. It's a beautiful house on a nice street. And so, when the wholesaler comes back and says we can come all the way down from 367 to 330, it's easy to start spinning your wheels thinking, maybe I can make 330 work. But we stuck to it. We stuck to our numbers and stayed at 310. And ultimately, they came down to us, which sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't happen. But that's the safety of what we do, is sticking with those numbers.
Well, congratulations on the deal. And those are some very, very important takeaways. And with that, I want to give you the all sophisticated
Thank you so
congratulatory
much.
clap right there.
Someone had asked where we got our private lender.
Oh, yeah.
And this was actually we are longtime friends, but we did not share our program with him initially. And I think I mentioned this last time on PMA, but I know there's new people. But we were so excited about this. Another private lender is also friends with this person, and she's so happy with the return she gets. She was telling him about it and was like excited to share with him. And so she's one of our other existing lenders is the reason we have this guy. And so yeah, we shared the presentation with him and just the nuts and bolts of our program, and he was excited. He's known about private lending for a long time, but he was always nervous to do deals with people he didn't know. And so the fact that he knew us and trusted us was what he needed to do it. And so yeah, that's how we got this private lender.
That's fantastic.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jonathan and Kara. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Me too.